Great college baseball game. We've played Ohio State, I think, 4 times in the last week, and 3 of them have played out very similar. So, you know, I tip my cap to their team. I know it's a disappointing way to lose, but you know, I thought we did a great job. Kyle gave us a great start, and then we got a big 2-out hit, which we've been preaching about. We've been getting a lot of lately, and you know, excited to watch our guys play that tough over the last couple innings. He made sure I knew he would pitch, and about the 5th or 6th inning, he made sure I knew he was staying in the game for that last inning. So he was, you know, he was really good. He's just been, you know, coming back from that surgery and everything. He's been limited. Today's the most he's thrown. So in the last couple of weeks, you know, you're losing a day's rest. So it's been a little tricky for us. Not trying to play games with our pitching, but just trying to make sure he's healthy, you know, for his career.
How does your rotation set up for tomorrow? Who's your starter tomorrow?
We'll start Christian Morris tomorrow. Christian's a veteran guy. Started last week in Florida. Should be fresh. Been pitching really good, so we feel good about our matchup.
You guys faced Iowa their very first series of the season. It could be them. It could be Michigan, a team that has won 3 or 4 from you guys this year. Maybe talk about the matchup with both teams there.
You know, we played Iowa early. That was a great series. I think both of our first 2 games went 1-0 into the 8th, so it was very competitive. We just couldn't get the hit at the time. And in the Michigan series, you know, they've kind of they just outplayed us in the last couple of times. They get the big hit yesterday and some close games, but we got to play a little bit better. I think our matchup with Christian Morris, he's pitched well against both teams in the past, so we feel good about him being out there. I don't know too much about everybody else's third pitcher, you know, so just trying to match up that way. But we'll be ready. Be ready to play.
Just how important has Brad been this season? Been handling all the pitchers you guys have on the mound, seems like always has quality at bats. Like today, that 4-pitch walk to set up the Donnelly double. Just how big has he been all season?
He's been huge. I mean, veteran guy, team leader. He's one of the guys that keeps everybody pretty laid back. So got a great personality, but just played solid. Just you know, catches a solid game. Plays. You know, he's had some huge at bats over the last couple of weeks. He's been one of our hottest guys. The home run today kind of took everybody could take a deep breath and play a little bit for us right now. But you know, he's been really solid, just all the way across the board. For a kid to catch that many games and show up and still have that energy level has been great.
To the issue of the 2-2 pitch, throughout the game there was a little chirping about balls and strikes from both dugouts. Did the plate shrink a little bit as the game went on?
I didn't think so. I did think it could get wide at times. You know, I thought it. You know, but I thought it was. You know, same thing with me. I'm thinking it's out. You know, but it's like Scott said. It's when you're the hitter, you think it's a little out. When you're the pitcher, you think it's a little on. And that's the battle we always fight. So I thought Danny did a really good job back there. He's one of the best in our area, day in and day out. So we'd love to have him every game if we could. So I know it was a close pitch. You know, and I'm sure it was a lot of close plays right now, but we, you know, just sitting on our spot, we thought it was out. But I'm not. They always tell me I don't have as good a view from the dugout, so they're probably right.
I've spent 8 years in the ACC. I'm recruiting players to get to a championship. At Louisville, not the ACC. Just knowing what a power conference is, and can you speak to just the depth of the Big Ten and knowing that Ohio State may be out, but just, you know, you guys had Long Beach State, you had Florida, you had Stanford. Maybe compare them to some of the teams that are in this discussion, and do you feel like that's a team that warrants an NCAA tournament berth?
Ohio State, yes. I mean, they should be, and it's the depth of our league. And if you look at our league, and if we went through it and everybody else, they fit a tough part of the league, and we played well against them. And I think they had Illinois and Maryland, you know, 2 top 25 teams also in this stretch. I think they played very well. Just across the board, I mean, week in and week out. I think it shocked our kids when we went to Iowa the very first weekend of the year, and you faced, you know, both guys hit like mid-90s, you know, and you're playing in a power conference at this point. I think you're going to see that when the draft comes up. I think there's a reason there's about 30 every representation of a pro club here, because there's a lot of prospects here, and I think that's true. And I think our league is just going to keep. I mean, I do. I think we should have 6. I mean, I know it sounds crazy. I mean, you get the 7 type of teams that have RPIs and wins and everything else in our league.
Getting back to Donnelly for a second, just how comforting is it to have a senior guy who's been around all the, you know, a lot of winning here, to have him up and, you know, up with the game on the line there?
Well, he's the best 2-out hitter we got, but he's had, I don't know, his first 6 at bats here have been like we tried to forget him really quick. So he's had a tough couple of days, and I walked out and said something to him, and he just as calm and cool as he could be. So you could tell he'd been in that position before, and very advanced hitter. And that's the ball he hits. When he's good, he hits that ball and stays through the ball a lot better. And it was nice to, when it came off his bat, it was a no-doubter, type of swing, and it's nice to have him on our side.
We have time for one last question.
You mentioned early in the year where Christian was kind of scuffling, that the game was getting on top of him, more mental. Have you seen anything of late to be confident that he can't go back to his previous form and give you what you guys need tomorrow?
I think it's two things. His confidence is a lot better right now, which he kind of lost a little bit early in the year and just put a little bit too much pressure on himself. His stuff's a little better right now. He's going to come out and throw some pretty good stuff, I thought, of late. And made a couple mechanical adjustments, so I think that's led to his confidence. And to be in day 3 of a tournament and have a guy like Christian Morris out there, he's won a handful of games here in the Big Ten, and he's been first team All-League last year. So we feel like we got a guy who's got a chance to have some success.
Thank you.